The internet wants you to know a little about everything,
A headline here, a trending topic there,
just enough to have an opinion.
but never enough to understand.
This is You Know Too Much.
A show about the opposite.
The people who go all the way down the rabbit hole,
The collector,
the overthinker.
the obsessive,
Every episode, we sit down with someone who knows too much.
and find out why it matters. Follow along on Instagram and youknowtoomuch.media.
Stream on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube.
Because the best stories
Come from people who know way too much. Have you been since Friday?
I don't even know what day it is. I'm so excited to talk about gymnastics. Like, no one ever asks me really to talk about gymnastics. So I was just all day, probably should have done more work, but I was like, I get to talk about gymnastics. It's so exciting. I'm Wendy Martling, and I know way too much about a story where 3 Olympic gymnasts did absolutely not one single thing wrong, but they all end up being losers at the end of the day. Don't worry though, because at the very end of this whole debacle, there is some like silver lining that happened literally on March 7th. So this story just keeps unfolding and keeps unfolding. Let me just set the stage, okay?
Good.
It is August 2024 Paris Olympics. Now, in Olympic sports, the floor final, individual floor final, we've gone through team final, all-around final, all of the events. This is literally the last event on the last day of women's gymnastics. So you were there when it was during team finals, individual all-around. So we're at event finals now. We're like in the second week of gymnastics. Like they do all the big events. You were there for the big events. Now we're down to the wire.
Perfect.
If
Shrine
you
is
had
still
been,
up though. The shrine.
oh, the shrine is up. I have my leotard from my childhood hanging up on the wall. I have my grips, my hand grips from bars. This is before I was like 5'7" and had big boobs. But I still have a gymnastics shrine hanging up to honor the Olympics all the time.
I have to back up for 1 second.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
How did you get into this? So are you like obsessed with gymnastics from when you were a kid? Like, how did this all start?
The OG of me, like I was just a like club gymnast, you know, like making my way in the world in a small mining village town in Northern California. We didn't even have a YMCA in my hometown, or I would have been one. This was like even lower than a YMCA, but I did go to competitions and I had a choreographer. Like, you know, in my mind, it was a big deal. What happened was, though, there was this gymnast, her name was Tracy Talavera from the like 80s. And she was really tall. She was 5 feet 4 inches tall. And I was like, so tall.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, I'm still under 5'4". I'm under 5'4". But once I hit 5'4", 5'5", I don't know, I might have to rethink this dream. Not only did I like surpass 5'4", 5'5", but I went through puberty. And then I was like a 5'8" Amazon with tits. Like it just,
Wendy
puberty.
A gymnast shaped person.
No. Visually. So puberty killed,
like ruined your
everything.
Life.
It ruined my life. It completely altered and ruined everything I loved in the world. Okay. So starting in high school, I like broke up with gymnastics. I was too cool for it. I was mad at it. I became a diver where you can be taller. And I was just, I missed any Olympics. I missed 2 Olympics because I was upset and heartbroken. It was like a really bad, sad breakup. You can't stand to even look at him anymore. Like it's just terrible.
Okay.
But then something happened when I got in college and started like growing up a little bit more and kind of owning my Amazonian stature that I was like really started to come to terms with how much, for better or for worse, it really was the person I am today and how much of my like spirit and personality was really wrapped up into gymnastics. And then weirdly, and into the like, to the drama, the numbers, but I just loved everything about it and followed it, you know, which I think is like normal in sports, like people in the ball sports. Oh, yeah. I know as much as people know in ball sports, right? Like
when they traded Mookie to the Dodgers,
you know,
it took a long time to get in love with that game. I get it.
All right. So we got your origin. So
Okay, so for the first time in the history of Olympics, there's been no controversy. This sport has grown so much. And I'm thinking about this as Jordan Chiles is the last athlete on the last day, on the last competition at the very end of women's gymnastics.
Okay.
Just basking in the beauty of the sport. At this point, Rebecca Andrade from Brazil has the gold medal clinched. Jordan can't beat her. Jordan, she can't beat her. Doesn't have the degree of difficulty to beat her. And Simone is locked in for silver. Now, maybe people think, oh, I can't believe Simone didn't get the gold, but it's fine. Even Simone thinks it's fine. She went out of bounds twice, not 1 foot out of bounds, which is 1/10, 2 feet out of bounds, 2 times, that equals 6/10 of a point. So she cannot beat Andrade. And also Andrade is a queen and has been a silver to Simone at this Olympics 2 times.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's her turn. She's a queen. Yeah. She's beautiful. Nobody's mad. We're all agreeing. Yes, Andrade, this is your moment. Simone, this is your moment to get a silver. All is right in the world. Jordan competes last. She has a perfectly fine routine. She has one skill in her routine. And this one skill has been talked about for many, many years. We all know that Jordan Chiles never gets her Gojian around. What is that, you might ask?
Yes.
So the Gojian is named after Gina Gojian from the late 70s, who used to, like a very sad, sunken, needs to eat a sandwich Romanian from the late 70s. But she had this very beautiful, it's like a switch leap where you switch leap. Your legs have to be at least at 180 degrees. And then you do basically a 1.5 turn and land. So you're like, leap, woo, land.
Wow. Okay.
Jordan never makes it around. To the point where, like, in podcast life over the years, all doing it and Jordan falling short.
So this is like a pattern. This is a pattern. She never makes it.
It's a pattern. It's a pattern to the point where it has been discussed before.
Okay.
But I'm watching this to include it in your routine. Why does she keep doing it?
Well, why does anybody ever keep doing something that I mess up all the time? Like it's one of life's great mysteries. Now she does get credit for part of it. And you do have to do a leap and a turn. So it doesn't have to be that one. Yeah. If you get it around almost, you do get credits, but you get bonus credits if you get it all the way around, which she never does.
Okay.
So I'm watching her routine and I was like, dang, Jordan, that looked like a good Gojian. I can't believe it, but I think she got it around. Oh, Jordan, she got it around. She got the Gojian around maybe for the first time in her entire life. I don't know if she's going to win. Everybody's on the bubble for the bronze. Everybody's on the bubble for the bronze.
I'm living for this.
And we'll be right back after this.
We spotted big ad agencies staffing their accounts with untrained children. That's why Tiny Ad Agency puts the founders on every assignment, so you get brand stories. Get Tiny today at tinyadagency.com.
Hydration has been over-designed. That's why Ooze Birch Water is a return to simplicity. 100% organic birch sap, nature's version of reverse osmosis. Learn about Ooze at Drink Ooze. And now, back to the show.
Yes. So what happens is you have these 2 Romanians, okay? Here's where it gets crazy. I mean, it's just going to get crazier.
Gojian or unrelated, maybe.
The Gojian is just her one success that she got around.
Got it.
Okay. That nobody thinks she's going to get around. Now, Anna Bărbosu, at this point, has the bronze medal before Jordan Chiles competes.
Yeah. She's sitting in that.
Jordan Chiles.
Got it. Okay.
Jordan Chiles does a great job. I'm so happy for her, regardless of what happens. She got that goddamn skill around for once in her life. So I'm really happy for her. Anna Bărbosu, at the end of Jordan's routine, the scores go up. Jordan is in 5th place. And Anna is in 3rd place. She's got the bronze, which isn't too surprising. That's not so weird. They were kind of neck and neck. Okay. Anna is looking up at the Jumbotron, celebrating. Now, on the Jumbo, this is true in many sports. It's the unofficial score.
Yeah.
And you can see this with the U.S. gymnasts for the all-around final. You know those pictures of them like holding hands and like looking up the Jumbotron, and they're like They know they won by millions of points, but they're still like looking up, waiting for it to go unofficial to official.
Everyone's
No.
their breath.
Yeah. Anna Bărbosu doesn't do that. She starts celebrating at unofficial. And I was like, oh, I mean, she probably did win, but
Not a good look.
Not a good look. Maybe just wait for a second. What happens is Cecile Landy, who's Jordan's coach, love, French couple, French married, long story about them, beautiful, lovely coaches, actually healthy, not toxic, beautiful. Simone's coach,
amazing.
4 people at the, like, beautiful humans. Because she's brilliant and because she knows things, she's like, you know what? She didn't get credit for the Gojian, but she actually got it around this time. So she says, this is something that you can do in gymnastics.
Challenge?
Inquiry, she says to the judges. Now, let me just give you a little bit of a rule detail here that you need, because this just gets weirder. So there's like 8 finalists. You can do an inquiry and you have 2 minutes to do the inquiry. If you don't do it within the 2 minutes,
Like to call
it's over.
for it. To call for it.
To be like, hey.
Okay. Yeah. Got it.
But in the very last routine of a session, you only have 1 minute because of this godforsaken idiotic rule that says we don't want the audience to have to wait an additional minute for the for the last routine you only have a minute. Now you have to imagine, like, the coach doesn't just stand next to the judges. Like, the coach is like, it's a big space. You got to like walk around, which she does. Yeah. She goes to the coaching panel. She walks around. She says, inquiry. And when that happens, the clock stops. And then there's like court of head judges who get together and look at the footage. And those judges rule, you know what? She got the Gojian all the way around. And we didn't give her credit for it. So they give Jordan credit for the Gojian. And then Jordan gets a bronze medal. She's in the bronze medal position. And then, oh God, as much as I can say negative things about Romania, it was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
You see, like, Bărbosu's face looking up at the scoreboard and then looking at our coach and then looking at the scoreboard and then
stopping,
just loses it, which is unusual because gymnasts are tough as tough. Yep. You don't cry, like, there is crying in gymnastics, but I mean, this is a full on emotional breakdown. Yeah. Her coach comes to her, there's like, and she goes running off. And actually, it's very hard to find that footage. It's just because I wasn't working and was watching it in the moment. Like, it is tragic. So I'm like, stupid me for thinking that, like, we'd have one goddamn Olympics where there wouldn't be controversial. But then to make things even more emotionally complicated, you have the medal ceremony. And you may have seen this picture. I feel like it was in, like, regular news that people watch, not just nerd gymnastics news, where it's the Brazilian Rebecca standing on the podium with the gold medal, looking regal and beautiful. And it's Jordan on one side and Simone on the other side, on their hands and knees, bowing to her.
Do you remember that? I remember seeing those photos.
And it is the first time in women's gymnastics history that you have 3 Black women on the podium. So you have a crying Romanian, terrible, heartbreaking, and then you have this beautiful historical moment.
Yeah.
But wait,
there's more? Oh my God. I barely was able to catch my breath after that.
It's so bad.
You're killing me.
There's a second Romanian here, Sabrina Voinea. Sabrina Voinea also maybe should have had a medal. And I actually, when I was watching, I was like, dang, girl, I think she got the medal. She was given an out of bounds on one of her tumbling passes. And questionable.
Okay.
Her coach, who is also her mom, put in an inquiry about something else. And actually, when she was putting in the inquiry, they were like, well, you can inquire about degree of difficulty, not execution, but you can also inquire about out of bounds. So her dumb mom inquired about the wrong thing. Had her mom inquired about the out of bounds, they would have watched that video footage. She absolutely did not go out of bounds. And she absolutely, all is fair in love and war. And there was no controversy and all of the judges are perfect. Sabrina Voinea, not Anna, not Jordan, she should have had the bronze medal.
Wow.
Oh.
But she also didn't get the bronze medal. Okay, back to Anna Bărbosu's coach. What Anna Bărbosu's coach does is she submits something to CAS, which is the Court of Arbitration for Sports. It's like a governing body for sports.
Okay.
And she says to them, you know what? Cecile did not put in the inquiry within 60 seconds. So actually, Anna Bărbosu, secretly, it wasn't her that should have won anyway. It should have been the other Romania, but okay. She ends up getting the bronze medal because, and this is the part that I was like, I have to not watch gymnastics anymore. Like, I'm going to have an apple. I can't do this. Cecile said, inquiry for Jordan. And then the judge went like this. And the time stamp on the computer is 1 minute, 4 seconds. So Anna Bărbosu's coach says she was 4 seconds late. And then 24 hours later, Jordan doesn't have the medal. The medal goes back to Anna. So it started with Anna. It goes to Jordan. It goes back to Anna. Should have been Sabrina's. It goes back to Anna. And now Anna has the medal because of this freaking 4-second stamp on a computer.
Right. So the technicality of having it have to be stamped versus when you actually call for it. So that's going to get.
Which isn't a rule. You can actually, it should be, but no
based
one
on just
heard
when you
her.
call it.
Yeah, no one heard her. No one saw her. They don't
There's
have
probably footage. There's probably footage of her mouthing, you know.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what we're going to get. So no, we don't want to set a precedent, which is complete, utter crap. And all you have to do, like you can do it right now, Google, how many times have there been ties? So Jordan Chiles literally leaves all social media and basically goes into hiding. Now, Romania, in a smooth move, when Anna and Sabrina go back to Romania and there's a parade, they treat both Anna and Sabrina as bronze medalists, which means they both get a car and they both get like the keys to a castle or an apartment, or they treat them equally because of the controversy.
Yeah.
So that's where it stands. Okay. We're in like mid-August 2024.
It's still coming.
January 2026. There's a very good documentary on Netflix called Simone Biles Rising. And Katie Walsh is the director. It's excellent. And I'm very critical of all things documentary about gymnastics. And then I guess because it was like on the editing floor or like something happened where she was like, wait a minute. Oh, I think she literally was like, hey guys.
I have that footage.
Hey guys, wait, I think I have footage and visual and audio of Cecile being like, inquiry.
59 seconds.
Wait a minute. So there's a Swiss courts of sports. They're like the end all be all.
Yeah. Okay.
Jordan in January submits to the Swiss courts. There's video footage, audio and video footage of the inquiry being put in within the 60 seconds. And that timestamp was at 1:04, but that is not, she got it in at 45 seconds. It's complete BS.
Oh my goodness.
So now neutral Switzerland, has gone back to CAS, the courts for arbitration for sports, to re-arbitrate the entire thing. Anna Bărbosu has now had this medal in her possession for like 18 months. And you know what? Jordan Chiles is going to win because they have actual video. And the reason why they didn't have it in the first place is because they gave this moment of arbitration initially 24 hours. 24 hours from the moment to like, we have a decision. There was not time to gather evidence. It was a done deal. There was nothing to be had. But then this new evidence pops up. So now it goes back to Switzerland. Switzerland has now taken it back to CAS, and CAS is now re-arbitrating. Is that the right word? Re-arbitrating it because there is now new evidence that shows that this 4 seconds never happened. In the meantime, under the radar, very, very under the radar, the FIG, Federation for International Gymnastics, has been like, you know what? feel like that rule like didn't really work very well. Let's not have the 1 minute thing anymore for the last. Let's make it 2 minutes like all the other ones. And also this inquiry thing, we should do that differently because it just didn't really work. So they've changed all the rules.
That's
now,
impressive.
Now going forward with
flag
the rules,
onto the floor,
right?
like they do in football.
No, they have like a form. They have a form. Like you go, whoo, and you like throw it. That's basically a flag on the field. Yeah. Yes. So here we are. We still don't have it settled. As of right now, it is still not settled. We still don't know what's going to happen. Although it looks like Jordan Chiles is going to, like, Anna's going to have to, like, FedEx the bronze medal back to Jordan. After Jordan had it for 5 days, she gave it to Anna. Anna had it for 18 months. She's got to get it back from Romania back into the United States. I don't know. But Jordan's going to win. Now, wait. I just want to say, and this is where I feel like I'm going to start crying. This is where, like, the heart of a gymnast is so fucking fantastic. Can I say the F word?
Yeah.
It's so fucking fantastic. Anna Bărbosu gets a full scholarship to Stanford. She's a freshman in Stanford.
Wow.
Jordan Chiles is in her 4th year at UCLA.
Right.
Killing it. She comes back into social media. She lives again, killing it. And she's in college sports. They still use the 10-0 system. They don't anymore in elite gymnastics. She's gotten like 4 10s on floor.
Amazing.
Well, guess what happened March 7th?
No. What?
Stanford competes against UCLA. Guess who's in the floor final?
No.
Jordan Chiles and Anna Bărbosu. Here's the thing that's going to make me cry. They tied with a 9.95 on floor. The 2 college gymnasts. They tied on the floor. And there's pictures of them, like, there's one picture that I love where they look like this. They're like they're old girlfriends, like, and then there's another picture where they're hugging. It's so beautiful. So through all of this, like, controversy, where every single, and this is why gymnastics is so heartbreaking. It's never the goddamn, sometimes it's the athlete, but mostly it is not the athlete. It is the FBI who never investigated Larry Nassar. We won't go there, but like,
it's all the shit around
every single governing body that continues to just screw over the heart of the sport. But the heart of the sport, it just ends up like living large, regardless of all of the institutions that try to tear down women. It's so beautiful. And that happened on March 7th. And we still don't know who has the medal. Oh, but they're in college right now, just competing against each other, hugging and being like, oh, like, go girl.
Oh my God. I mean, wow. Okay, Wendy, you just wrapped up this whole entire episode. Zero notes. No notes. Wow.
Right?
Don't think I'm ever going to forget those names now. Also, an official post-review Olympics gymnasts podcast to do.
Also, this isn't over. We're still like it's not even over yet. It's not even over. It's not even like a joke. It's not even over yet.
I was on this roller coaster for the full experience from top to bottom. It was this, I mean,
thank you for letting me talk about it. Honestly, I was so excited all day. I was like, I just need to get this out of my system. To anyone who will listen, which apparently are you fine people, just thank you. I really appreciate it.
Oh, this was absolutely thrilling.
You Know Too Much is a Mavenverse production.
Explore more at youknowtoomuch.media.
Follow us on Instagram and YouTube to keep the obsession going.
And stream the show on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Subscribe, rate, review, all the things.
5 stars only.
See you next time.